How many more of these?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the rules MCU actors have to follow.
I have a question. Is there an intermission in this press conference?
For this list, we'll be looking at the requirements actors within this comic universe allegedly have to meet to continue starring in heroic films. We'll only be looking at rules the performers have to follow, so the restriction where Disney steers away from its characters smoking won't be considered. Would any of these rules stop you from becoming a Marvel hero? Let us know in the comments below. Number 9. Sticking to the safest stunts. In interviews, actors like Tom Holland recall impressing the Russo brothers by adding some extra acrobatics to his shots.
Greg and Luke, my stunt doubles, were a dream to work with because they pushed me to my limit, but in the safest way possible, and I really appreciate that I didn't break anything.
However, the studio would probably prefer that the actors stick to flips and cool close-ups. The studio often makes sure their performers undergo fight training to be in top shape.
I was training with the world champion of Tai Chi, and she was absolutely amazing.
But they're still reluctant to risk an actor being injured during a really hairy stunt. Several actors like Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson have a history of doing as much of the action themselves as they can. But whenever the stunt gets too intense, you can bet a double comes in to get the shot the studio needs.
We're kind of hitting speeds at 50, 60k. You know, it's pretty quick when you're hanging on the back of a door.
Number 8. Cameos are necessary. Back in 2008, the first Iron Man left audiences stunned with a surprise cameo from Nick Fury.
Who the hell are you? Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh. I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
Ever since then, fans have grown to expect that every show and movie will have at least one unexpected appearance from a character that didn't appear in the main story. There may be a reason why these cameos are so consistent.
Great. Allow me to help you.
Apparently, the contracts actors sign require them to show up on sets of other Marvel properties if the studio deems it necessary. And if a performer is signed on to do a number of projects, the cameo is apparently considered extra credit.
Sometimes patience is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing.
This alleged rule ensures that audiences will keep sticking around for post-credit scenes. Number 7. Can't turn down worldwide promotion tours. Actors have a more significant responsibility to the stories they perform in than just showing up, throwing on a slick costume, and acting in memorable scenes.
Like, that was genius! We got more press than we could have possibly paid for.
They are also responsible for helping to market what they appeared in. Press tours and premieres play an essential part in making sure a project is a big success.
Welcome. We're just live streaming to the Marvel fans right now as we speak.
Oh my gosh, hello everyone. How's it going?
The stars of Marvel properties will travel worldwide to do interviews while stopping to attend conventions to increase hype.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the greatest Spider-Man who ever lived, Tom Holland.
And while traveling around the world sounds like it could be fun, it's probably pretty tiring to answer similar questions for the same story again and again. Actors should be prepared for some jet lag when they enter the MCU. Number 6. Make sure you're in solid shape. To become one of Marvel's superheroes on the big screen, you've gotta look the part. The big muscles and toned figures that many of these actors have take a lot of work.
I'm in New York for a premiere. I thought, you know what, we should meet up and have a workout.
While not every single actor has to undergo a detailed exercise routine, many of the lead heroes do. Often these workout schedules take over their lives.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Left.
Come on!
Usually, these actors are assigned dedicated trainers to help them persevere through complex exercise regimens and strict diets. Because once they reach the set, the demanding hours mean that working on their bodies gets even harder.
You try and get those scenes as early on in filming as possible because you gradually shed weight as you're filming.
All of this pressure to be fit makes us doubt any Avenger is stopping at McDonald's while shooting a project. Number 5. Lending your face to merchandise. Whenever you become one of the headline acts of any major franchise, your face is probably going to be on more than just the big screen.
Here is the Marvel Avengers Endgame Titan Hero Series Thanos action figure.
It's not much different in the Marvel Universe. Before Marvel makes a new Avengers action figure, the actor has already given permission for the studio to use their face on it. And even if a toy flies off the shelves at Christmas, it might not necessarily mean that the performer earns extra money too.
All right, guys, let's not forget who the real hero is.
The profits from the next Avengers lunchbox you buy are likely going to go straight to the bank instead of your favorite hero. Number 4. Signing contracts for more than one film. For anyone who has followed the MCU since its early days, you'll know there were a couple of early recastings and one-off appearances.
Next time, baby.
But signing on to a single Marvel project started opening the door for a performer to appear in several more. Throughout the early days of the MCU, it was common practice that actors signed on to be in anywhere between 2 and 9 projects.
For me, that was intimidating and at one point not worth it.
This helped Marvel ensure that even minor characters are played by the same person. However, it seems like Marvel might be phasing out this rule soon for a looser model.
Oversight. Oversight is not an idea that can be dismissed out of hand.
Hopefully, actors will still keep coming back for more in this universe. Number 3. Reshoots are a must. With so much riding on the success of each project, adjustments are bound to be made to a show or movie to make sure everything is just right.
Marvel will often screen these versions of the film, filled with post-viz, in front of test audiences to get an idea of how the film might be received.
Reshoots might be necessary if something seems off in a test screening, a character is added at the last minute, or the Avengers need to assemble again for a bonus scene.
It really is a desire to not let any good idea go away. Anytime there's a good idea, if there's any way humanly possible that we could put it in the movie that an audience is going to see, we find a way to do that.
Even the famous shawarma scene from the 2012 Avengers movie wasn't originally planned. The reason why Cap is covering his face during their funny dinner is because he had a beard for Snowpiercer during this reshoot. Coming back to fix or add to a project is par for the course for an actor, no matter what else they're working on. Number 2. Be prepared for background checks. Whenever a company is investing millions of dollars into who will be the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they need to be sure you're going to play the part. They also want to make sure you haven't done anything that will come back to bite you. As a result, some stars have reported having background checks done on them before being signed. It's become increasingly common for celebrities and organizations to be held accountable for past actions, so it's not hard to believe Disney wants to make sure that actors don't have red in their ledgers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked. What a bunch of a-holes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Do not spill the secrets. Marvel Studios is extremely careful about not letting the details of future MCU projects get out to the public.
I just don't understand why he keeps doing this.
You don't understand?
Really?
I feel like it's pretty obvious to spoil things.
I don't spoil things. Name me one thing that I've actually spoiled.
Unfortunately, some stars haven't been the best at keeping these details under wraps. As things have become more and more challenging to keep hidden, Marvel has taken some extreme preventative measures.
At the end of every day, I lie awake at night and I think about all the things I almost said, and it gives me panic.
This includes fake and chopped up scripts, separate shooting schedules, and even going as far as to mislead cast members about what scene will be in the final cut.
I read that script 5 times, and then I kept ringing out the Russos going, you know what, I'm not and they said, no, you've read the fake ones.
But all this doesn't detract from how exciting it must be to keep these secrets as a member of Marvel's superhero roster.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.